Hi Reynas, welcome back to another video and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Vijayreyna. I'm an up-and-coming pageant analyst. I make videos about pageantry for the most part. If you guys want to join the Reyna family, go ahead and just hit the subscribe button down below. No worries if you don't want to. You are still part of the Reyna family and I will still accept you into the Reyna family, not obligatory. Also go ahead and follow me on my social media if you'd like to. It's going to be in the description box down below and also in the comment section down below. So you guys, I have a really exciting video. Today I'm going to be talking about the one, the only, the iconic Michelle D, you guys. Yes. Michelle D has been buzzing on social media. The fans, the Michelle D lovers, the tapos, all of the Michelle D fans are vying for her to come to Miss Grand Philippines 2025 edition. So I'm not really sure where this came from. I'm not really sure like who started the vetting for Michelle D and trying to garner support for her to go on Miss Grand International, but I am here for it. I do have a video coming. I don't know if I'm going to upload this video before or after, but I do have a wish list coming for Miss Grand Philippines and Miss Universe Philippines in collaboration with Dr. Zed, a very respected and well-known pageant analyst. So be on the lookout for that, but this is a little bit of a spoiler because yes, Michelle D is on my wish list for Miss Grand Philippines. Obviously, she's already been Miss Universe Philippines, so she cannot be in my MUPH wish list because that wouldn't make any sense. So she's on my Miss Grand Philippines wish list, but I thought given just her popularity and also as a Michelle D lover myself that we can go ahead and go down memory lane about Michelle D and kind of talk about how she would lend herself to competing at the Miss Grand Philippines competition. Like, is it a good idea? Do I think it is a horrible idea? Like, what are we thinking, guys? So here are my thoughts. First and foremost, Miss Grand International. We cannot talk about whether or not Michelle D would lend well to the Miss Grand International organization, their franchise, and the competition if we don't talk about the competition itself and the franchise itself. So as we know, Miss Grand International is run by none other than Mr. Nawat, or Papa Nawat as the competitors call him, and also alongside with Teresa, or Mama Teresa as the competitors also call her. And it's a very different pageant. I will say it was probably the pageant of the year for the 2024 edition. Miss Grand International by far, all the way from the preliminary activities, even despite the whole debacle that happened in Cambodia, all the way from the preliminary activities to the preliminaries itself and the finales, everything was just mwah, chef's kiss. The production value was amazing. The events were amazing. We as audience members and pageant analysts were given so much content to work with, and we were always just on our edge of our seats waiting for the next thing to happen, whether it was the press conference or whether it was the preliminary activity swimsuit showcasing that they had on the boat. Everything was just really exciting. And yeah, what is Miss Grand International looking for though, you guys? And does Michelle D fit those boxes? The one nice thing about Miss Grand International is that Nawat is very straightforward in what he wants in his queen. He's very upfront about what he's looking for, and he's very upfront about what he will and will not accept. So you kind of have an idea going in to the competition what you need. I will say the big things for Miss Grand International based on Nawat's history and what he's looking for is one, image, someone who is marketable, someone who has a certain look, although he is willing to deviate with that from that, I think a little bit, depending on the candidate and the contestant themselves. Two, marketability. Marketability is super important to Mr. Nawat. He really wants to make sure that his queen is marketable, and not only that she's marketable, that she's able to market herself and his products that he wants to sell online that are for profit. Miss Grand is a very for-profit organization. They do some charity work, but for the most part, I would say they're really big on making a profit out of their queens, marketing their queens out, and marketing the products as well. They have a host and abundant TikTok lives with the top 9 selling different products to make Miss Grand International some type of profit. So they're definitely looking for a queen who is a marketing strategist, a marketing genius, or at least has the image and the look to be marketable and garner support for whatever product that Nawat would like to sell. Furthermore, they need to be good at business dealings. Again, very for-profit organization, and Nawat is looking for someone who is good at business dealings, who's easy to work with on a business aspect, and is going to be loyal to the organization and helping him form new business ventures in the respective country that the contestant comes from. In Michelle D's case, this would be obviously business ventures in the Filipino market. So with all those aspects, I would say that's the main one. Obviously there's little things like the competition, like the walk itself has to be very va-va-voom, has to be kind of a little bit over the top, extra, but not clown-like. We don't want to be so extra that it ends up being almost circus-like, but it does need to be a little bit more extra than other competitions, I'd say. And given the results of this past year's competition, I would say that they still do consider, beyond just the marketability and being a brand ambassador in a business and handling business dealings, I would say they also do consider what goes on the actual competition itself, given the results of this year's competition, because I would say they were pretty fair across the board. But Noah is not shy in saying that they are judging, like, it's not the judges themselves at the preliminaries or the finales that necessarily make the final decision on who they're going to crown, but it is the staff that the queens interact with and how their interactions go and their dealings go throughout the time that they arrive at the Miss Grand competition for the preliminary activities and preliminary events. Those interactions they're judging it. So they're being judged from the very get-go. They're not being judged just on competition day, just on preliminary day, just for the national costume showcasing. They're being judged from the very get-go. So you need someone who is going to be on top of it 24/7. Okay, so I've rambled on about what Miss Grand International is looking for, and let's talk about whether or not Michelle D would be a good fit for this competition, whether she checks all those boxes, whether or not, you know, maybe it's not the competition for her. And let me just make a disclaimer, whether or not I think it's the competition for her, I think that whatever she wants to do is more important than anything else. I think if she wants to go out for Miss Grand International, she wants to compete and she wants to represent the Philippines once again, she will do an amazing job no matter what I or anyone else thinks. And I think that's the most important thing, is that we support the ladies and whatever endeavors they want to do, even if we don't personally see it fitting for them. It doesn't matter. If they want to go for it, we should all supporters be for them, you know, be in support of them doing and chasing after their dreams, their goals, their aspirations. So if Michelle D aspires to be Miss Grand Philippines, then I think we should just go ahead and support her in that endeavor and wish her the best. And whatever the results may be, that's what it will be. But now, since this is my channel, I'm going to give my opinion and my take on it. I'm happy to announce, not that my opinion is like the tell be all. Oh, also, quick disclaimer also, this is my nose ring, you guys. It's on a booger. I know a lot of people think it's a booger. I always have to say this in every video, but look, I have a nose ring. It's just a metal. Okay, now that we got that out the way, before someone stitches this video and crops it and people start asking me what's in my nose ring, what do I think? Guys, I think Michelle D would do amazing. I think Michelle D would do amazing. I didn't, like, on my own, independently, I never thought that Michelle D would go for Miss Grand, only because she already reached Miss World and Miss Universe. So I thought, oh, she's probably just gonna, she's been doing so well. Like, ever since Miss Universe, she's just really done such a good job of marketing herself. She's done a fantastic job at branding herself. Honestly, I'm just so inspired by Michelle D. Like, I will be honest that she was not my bet to win Miss Universe Philippines either time. But after she won Miss Universe Philippines, I absolutely fell in love with her. She just, I don't know if something happened or a switch happened, but I feel like she almost let her walls down a little bit and let us as audience members into her, like, her life a little bit more. And I'm like kind of like a fangirl, like, oh, I'm a boy, but I'm a fanboy of Michelle D. I don't know, I love Michelle D, and I wouldn't have necessarily even thought of Miss Grand Philippines and Michelle D like as a thing, but I totally see it. Like, once it was put out there into the universe or whatever, and people started commenting like Miss Grand, and then I saw Michelle D liking one of the comments, which made me think maybe she'll go for it. I was like, oh, I can totally see Michelle D going for Miss Grand International, and let me tell you why. First and foremost, I think it is the utmost compliment when you say to someone that you could be a Miss Grand Queen. I think back in the days in the past, people used to take it like as an offense, like, what do you mean they're too grand, blah, blah. I think it's a compliment. Are you kidding me? Some of the most business forward, business savvy, and best walkers ever, I mean, come on, CJ Obiasa, Rachel Gupta, you know, they come from Miss Grand International. Like, Miss Grand has a very high caliber queens, because you have to be on top. You have to be on top of everything, because Noah is not shy to let you know, girl, you will be cut from the competition if you do not step it up. So all the queens are really putting their best foot forward. In fact, I would say it is more difficult to win Miss Grand International than maybe any of the other competitions. Well, yes and no, because some of them are super unpredictable. Like, I cannot predict Supra or World or Miss International for the life of me. I'm like, what is going on? But my point is, like, the criteria for Miss Grand, although yes, it's laid out and Nawat tells you what you need to do, it's not easy. It's not easy criteria at all. I mean, he really made CJ and Rachel Gupta work for that top 2 position, and they did it. And you need a queen like that. You need a queen who will put in the work, or already has. CJ already put in the work. CJ was already, before Miss Grand, ready. That's why the competition being so close to her leaving to Thailand wasn't an issue, because CJ was ready for Miss Grand before she even stepped foot on Miss Grand Philippines competition. She was ready for Miss Grand years ago. Like, this queen is just ready to go. She's business forward. She will put in the work, and Michelle D is in that exact same position. Let's get the walk and stuff out the way. Let's get the passerella and everything out the way. So when it comes to passerella, I actually, when I was reviewing Miss Michelle D's walk at Miss Universe 2023, I thought she had a good walk, but I almost felt like, yeah, I could see that walk being on a Miss Grand International stage and doing well. I think it would also lend well to Miss Grand International. It's very Vava Voom, very, she has a very beautiful model-esque figure. She's very tall and statuesque, very beautiful, like her mother, Miss Melanie Marquez. And I think that she will do amazing on the Miss Grand stage. I can see her doing it. I also think that while signature walks don't always translate well to Miss Universe, you know how she had her snake walk in the hand or whatever, I don't necessarily think it always lends well to Miss Universe, because Miss Universe has a judging panel where they're not always as privy to pageantry. I think the signature walk, her snake walk and doing the pose and everything, I think it will translate well to something like Miss Grand. Miss Grand is known to have signature walks. The queens are always known to do something a little bit extra, add to their walk, do something that we don't maybe see on other pageant stages. So I think something like the snake walk, that is very signature to Michelle and what Michelle is quintessentially known for, I think that will translate very well to the Miss Grand stage, and they will accept it, and they will be like, yes, this is really cool that she has a signature thing that, you know, we can brand her with. I also think she's already obviously evidently beyond qualified when it comes to anything related to marketing, business, or anything of that nature. I mean, let's just I'll have it over here, but let's just take a little screen recording of her social media page and highlight a few posts that she has on her social media. She's just, I know she has a team behind her as well, but obviously, like, she is very business forward, very business minded. She's very witty with everything that she does. And I mean, kudos to Michelle. She's really taken her reign and ran with it, like, in such a good way. She's done such a good job at putting herself in front of different brands and branding herself. And really, Michelle D now is a household name in itself. Like, her name, instantly I have an image, a brand, an idea of who Michelle D is. And if ever she wants to pivot from that brand, I think she can. Like, she's not restricted to a certain image. But with that being said, I think she's marketed herself in such a way that we have a solid idea of who Michelle D is, at least as we know her. And, you know, perhaps if she goes to Miss Grand, she'll rebrand herself in a different way. But even if she doesn't, I don't think she has to. I think where she is right now is already really, really solid. Michelle D just has all the check boxes. She checks all the boxes that I think Nawat wants for a Miss Grand. And I really think, like CJ, right, she could be the first Miss Grand International for the Philippines. CJ was really close, and if not for Rachel Gupta, I'm almost 100% sure that CJ would have won the Miss Grand International competition. Obviously, she was the first runner-up, so I think we can say that pretty confidently. But Michelle, wow. I think Nawat wants to get into the Filipino market. I think Nawat is ready to crown someone from the Philippines. I think Nawat wants to tap into the Filipino market and get more business ventures out in the Philippines and build better relations with the Filipinos in the Philippines themselves. He's just waiting for, I guess, the right moment. And I think Michelle D is the right moment. I mean, I think CJ Piazza was as well, and that's why she won first runner-up, which is an amazing title, and it's incredible. And I mean, come on, CJ Piazza is just, she's going to be a hard act to follow. Anyone who comes after CJ Piazza, it's just going to be a very hard act to follow. But if there's someone who can follow in the footsteps of CJ Piazza, I think Michelle D will do amazing. And then also I'll have my wish list video, so you'll see the other 4 queens that I also think would do amazing at Miss Grand International. So you guys can be on the lookout for that video if I haven't posted it yet by the time that I post this video. And you guys will know who else I think would be excellent as well and follow in CJ's footsteps. But Michelle D she just really honestly marks all the boxes. She checks off all the boxes that I could think that Nawat has wanted. And Nawat's boxes haven't changed very much. I think if anything, he's just been more forward and outspoken about what he's looking for, but they haven't changed very much. In addition, I think Michelle D, because she is business savvy and minded like Nawat, I think to keep up with the times and just to keep pushing her brand out into different global markets, Miss Grand also will be a perfect opportunity for Michelle D herself to further her brand and further her market out into the Southeast Asia and Asia hemisphere. Obviously, Miss Grand International has also gained so much popularity into the Latin America spaces as well, and just continues to grow globally, especially given this last edition of Miss Grand International. I mean, it has garnered so many views. I think it was like 15 million views or something that it garnered. So that's a lot for pageant these days. 15 million views is huge. So I definitely think that in terms of branding, it will really be a great opportunity for Michelle D to push out her brand even more. She obviously has a really great content marketing strategist behind her. She obviously has really great media strategists and business strategists behind her in her name as well. And she herself is just so smart and intelligent in the way that she has branded herself. She has a phenomenal advocacy as well. She really fights for people with autism spectrum disorder being seen and having more access to just accessibility to different resources. I myself was a behavioral therapist, meaning that I worked with children who had autism spectrum disorder to help them to help implement pro-social behaviors. And so I have so much love for the kids, the youth, and just adults who have autism spectrum disorder. And for that reason, I have so much respect and love for Michelle D, not just from a brand standpoint and from how she's marketed herself, but also for her advocacy. I know Miss Grant is not necessarily a super heavy advocacy based pageant, but I think nonetheless, I know Michelle D has been super consistent with her advocacy. She's had the same love for the community, the autism community, since her stint at Miss World. And obviously, she has a sibling with autism spectrum disorder. So we know that her love and her support for that community is very genuine. And I think that by being Miss Grant, it can also lend more support towards her advocacy and shedding more light on the individuals who have autism spectrum disorder and how we as a global community can be more mindful and more helpful and better and making things more accessible to that community. So I think this is just a wonderful opportunity for Michelle D. I don't know if she will take it. I do know she liked one of the comments that I saw of someone commenting Miss Grand Philippines 2025, and she did like it. I don't know whether or not if it's a strategy to just kind of get buzz and bring people to her page, or whether or not she's actually going to go and try for it. Either way, Michelle D, good luck to any of your future business ventures and just ventures in life in general. I love to see how much you're enjoying life. I love to see your social media content. I'm so happy that you are seemingly living just the best life ever. Definitely put out a video about how you got to where you are today. I've heard so many already, but I would love to hear more because I would love to build a life similar to yours. I mean, just so impressive, honestly, this woman, just such an impressive queen. All around, and that's not going to change whether or not she goes to Miss Grand. She's just super super impressive, and I mean, she won my heart over. I was not like someone who was. I always liked Michelle D and respected her, but I wasn't like let's go, let's go, let's go. But since Miss Universe, I mean, she just really won my heart over, and I fell head over heels for this queen. She's just so incredible, and I think so many of us will be happy and excited to see her back at the international, like on a pageant stage. But nonetheless, whatever you end up doing, whatever direction you end up going, Michelle, I doubt you're watching this video, but if you are, I wish you the best of luck. I know you're gonna do incredible, and you are just an inspiration to so many, not just beauty queens, but even young little Indian boys like myself. I know it's just random, but So yeah, I know I sound a little bit excited in this video, but I just think the idea of Michelle going to Miss Grand is super exciting. So I think that's why I'm excited. So yeah, I will also do a separate video for everyone on my Miss Grand and Miss Universe Philippines wish list, and why I think that they would be a great addition to the next year's competition, and why I think will lend them a hand towards being successful at their respective competitions. But I just want to start off with Michelle D because I don't know, the idea of her going to Miss Grand is super exciting. I know we have some time. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry about the setting, you guys. I'm sorry about my outfits. I have been traveling for 2.5 weeks, excuse me, and I'm still gonna be traveling for at least the next 8 or 9 days. So I do apologize. I'm not in my usual setting. My microphone died, and I don't have a charger for it because I'm not smart, and I did not think about bringing my charger. I forgot. And so that's why everything is haphazard with my videos lately, but I will get them in check and I will get them right for you guys. I promise, I promise, I promise, as soon as I get back home. yeah, let me know what videos you guys want to see in the comment section down below. I would love to make them. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to join the Reyna family, go ahead and just hit the subscription box down below, or the button rather, down below. I would love for you to join the Reyna family. It would mean a lot to me. If not, and you just want to go ahead and be a passive watcher, that's okay too. You can still be part of the Reyna family. We will not reject you, even if you don't hit the subscription button. No big deal. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up as well. It would really mean the world to me. And also share it to your friends, to your family, anyone who you think would be interested in this. Share it to Michelle D if you want to, but make sure we're mindful in the comments. If you don't think Michelle D is fit or suitable for Miss Grand, that's completely okay. We all in the Reyna family want to hear your opinion, but make sure you say it nicely. It's not what you say, but how you say it. So be kind. If you disagree with anything that I said, you can, you're free to disagree, but also please be kind, because I have feelings and I'm a little baby. So please be nice to me. And then, yeah, what else? I think that's it. Yeah, my social media will be in the description box down below. So if you guys want to hit me up on Instagram, be mindful that I do live in the US, so there is a time difference. If you're in Asia or anywhere else, I may not respond right away, and I'm traveling a lot, so my responses are a little bit delayed, more than usual, so I do apologize, but I will get back to you. I promise. And then I'll also put it in the pinned comments in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for supporting my video. Maraming salamat po. Shesheni, arigato gozaimasu. Muchas gracias. Shukran. Tanvad, Dhanyavad, and Shukriya, and bye.